The CMP's got a second round of 1911 pistols available. So what do you have to do for that? Well, let me go over it. You can find all this information at the CMP's website of thecmp.org, and you can find the 1911 information on there. But let me go ahead and go down all of this for you. This is going to be in regards to the 2021 or second round of 1911's, which means if you are watching this video after March 4th, 2021, it is too late. Let me go ahead and just start off here real quick with who can get it. Well, here's the things that you have to have. First of all, you have to be a United States citizen. Secondly, you have to have done something to show some sort of marksmanship proficiency. I'll be going over what qualifies for that. Thirdly, you have to be a member of some CMP's affiliated organization. Once again, I'll go over that. And lastly, if you have purchased a 1911 through the CMP, and that means either through this regular process or through auction, you cannot buy another one. You get to buy one. And a few notes for other people here. First of all, if you have purchased an M1 rifle through the CMP, normally if you buy another one, you don't have to send the whole packet again. You can just send in just a quick thing just to order another one. That is not the case with the 1911's. The M1 rifle CMP information, the CMP information that they have for purchasing the rifles from them, does not move over to the CMP 1911. These are run separately, and they are not going to give that information over. So do not assume that they already have your information. Where you can assume that they already have your information is if on the previous round one you submitted your information and they had it and you did not get chosen, you are automatically in the list for this second round. You don't have to send it in again. They've already got your name and number. Yay! So we'll go down the entire packet here. First page of this packet is just a bunch of basic information. Not to send money, not to send the FFL information. Make sure your orders are complete and not incomplete. All of that good stuff there. So, page 1A. This is going to be just basic information for yourself here. This is nothing really crazy. The two things you got to make sure you get on here is the name of your association or club that you are with that makes you eligible, and the name of your FFL. That will be the FFL that you have to ship it to, because unlike the M1 Garand rifles, the CMP has to ship a 1911 pistol to an FFL. You're just putting the name of the FFL here, not all of the FFL information. They mention that a lot. Form 2A is basically done in lieu of the regular 4437 form that you fill out whenever you buy a firearm from any firearm dealer. Have to go through all that, mark all those things. It has to be signed, and Form 2A has to be notarized. You can generally find notaries around. If you have a bank account, your bank probably has a notary that is available for customers, but there's other places you can get it. It's a little weird, and this is something they seem to not want to change, and I'm not sure exactly why, but they have not left a spot in there for the notary to put their stamp, and that has like always weirded out like every notary that I have ever dealt with. Continuing on to the next page, page 3A. 3A is going to be a place where you're going to put some more information. Now on the M1 rifle page, this would be where you would put down, you know, the exact model that you're wanting to have shipped to you and everything. But you don't do that here because you don't know what grade it is that you're going to be buying yet. So anything that says leave blank for CMP staff only, leave it blank. This shouldn't be really difficult to do here, guys. And as far as the FFL information goes, I guess this is a good place to insert this here. You cannot have this shipped to an O3 FFL. Now, O3 FFL would be a CNR or Curio and Relics license. They are not going to do that, okay? Doesn't matter that you think that you ought to be able to have it shipped to you. They're not going to do it. Everybody that's buying one of these, it's a CNR, asks, I'll get told no. Just don't argue with this one, okay? They're just not going to do it. Additionally, they can ship this to most every state. The only state that they cannot ship it to is Massachusetts. So I don't know what to tell you, Massachusetts peeps. What will happen here is the CMP will get your packet. They'll get all the information there. They'll put it in there. And then they're just going to plug everybody into a random number generator and just call everybody up randomly. And then if you are fortunate enough to get down low enough on the list, you'll get a call and get an option, and they'll tell you what grades are available at that point, and you can make your selection from the available grades at that point. Then from there, you've got 5 days to get them payment and the FFL information. This is the FFL information that will match the FFL name that you have put on your list. Page 4A is just a checklist to make sure you've got everything done. Go down this list and make sure that you include everything. Proof of U.S. citizenship and age. Birth certificates and passports are going to be the best things here. You have to remember that you're not including something that is just a proof of your identity and age. You need something that is proof of citizenship. Additionally, if you are a naturalized citizen, you can include the paperwork for that in there. There's also some military IDs that can be used here, so there's a few other different things that can be done, but not just a basic driver's license. You've got to have more than that. Current membership in a CMP affiliated organization. Now, there's a lot of different things that you can do. Even though this is for pistols here and not for Garands, membership in the Grand Collectors Association does qualify. All of the state level gun organizations are going to be included in this, so those will all be good there. What will not be good will be things like the NRA or the GOA. That doesn't count there. There's a number of little clubs and shooting ranges that have CMP affiliation, and if you have that to be a member of those, then that would also work for this. Law enforcement or military service will work there. You just have to include the proper documentation for that. Participation in marksmanship or other firearm related activity. Okay, this one, you've got a lot of different ways that you can go about this one. So included in this list of activities that would go on there, once again, military and police service will work there. If you have competed in any type of firearms competition and you have the score sheet from that, you can use that. If you have a concealed handgun license from any of the states that offer those will work. Any firearms ownership card from the states that require those, if there is a live fire portion to it, that would work there. If you can't come up with anything else, if you can go to your local gun range, there is a form available at the CMP that you can have the range master there observe you do this, sign that, basically sign off that you're competent. You can include that in there, so there's going to be some way for you to get something that will work on this list. New Jersey and Illinois require your firearm ownership ID, a copy of that to be sent along, so do that. Tells you on there to fill out forms 1A, 2A, and 3A. Make sure that 2A is notarized. 2A has to be notarized. And once again, don't send payment or payment information or your FFL information yet at this point. You will send that to them later. They will tell you how to have your FFL send that information to them when they contact you. They've got that figured out. And they give you a nice address here to ship it to. Pay attention to this address here. It is not necessarily the same as the CMP rifle information. Now really, that is going to be all that's involved with it there. You just have to make sure that it has to be sent after January 4th, 2021 and not after March 4th, 2021. You have to actually mail that to them. You can't fax it or go up there and take it to them in hand. Got to actually mail it to them. As far as mailing it, you don't want to do anything that requires a signature, because if it requires a signature, then it's not going to get delivered to them there, and it may just get held up at the post office for them to come pick it up, which they may or may not ever actually do. You can send it UPS or FedEx, as long as it doesn't require a signature. You can still get a tracking number to make sure it gets there. That's what most people are concerned with, is just making sure the packet actually receives there, because it'll just get there and they don't notify you when they get it. That's the same if you've ever bought any of the rifles from them. You know that you're not going to hear anything when it shows up. They just get it. And then if you are selected, you will get it. And it may be several months after that March 4th date before you hear anything. So if it takes quite a while for them to get to you, that would be not unusual. We saw that going on for months after the cutoff date on the previous round. So this round is not going to be any different. And that's all that's involved with it there. If you're interested in that, you can go to their website and get that form and get it all filled out and get in line to get one of those. If you found this video useful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and a like. You can go down into the comment section and leave any thoughts you have down there. And if you're interested, you can also subscribe to my channel and click the little bell notification to make sure that you catch all the videos that I post so you don't miss anything. I'm Jeremy with Poindexter G, and we'll see you next time.